I always tell you all, if you commit a crime, go down for something big. That's what they say. Like, don't do small shit. If you commit a crime, make sure it's massive, right?
Why? So you can do more time?
No, because, I mean, small crime ain't worth it because you can get caught. You know? Okay, my point is, okay.
If you're going to go down for something, make it worthwhile?
Yeah, like, I ain't going down for nothing under like $1 billion. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you tell me, Sky, hey, come do this crime, we can make 50 grand. Motherfucker, that ain't gonna be worth it. Because if we get caught, we fucked. You know what I mean? So I need to know, like, there's at least $1 billion at the end of this. Like, when I get to jail, I can tell dudes, like,
is $1 million not enough?
I really think so. No.
Okay.
$1 million is not enough. Not in today's world. You know what I mean? If you go big, okay? Anyway, watch this video and also have a fucking plan, okay? And know what you can do with the money, all right?
Go big, go federal.
Go big or go home. Okay, watch this shit.
Steals $400,000 cash.
Now hold on now. The little clips she showed, these little clips here are kind of unrelated. They just stick them in to show that that's money being stolen, okay? And this woman's not it. Anyway, okay, so let's watch this.
Okay.
Steals $400,000 cash. 65-year-old Patty Mavrakis. She's a branch manager at a credit union. She goes into the vault, steals $400,000 in a long holiday weekend. The next day, maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday, she goes back into the credit union and she stages a fire in the vault where the cash was, making it look like a loose alarm wire started the blaze and claims that the missing cash burned up in the fire. Well, see those ashes? That's where the cash was. Fire marshal, local fire guy, goes to talk to her. He's not getting a good feeling from Patty. Something's hinked up. So the fire marshal calls the FBI and says, you may want to look into this. So the FBI has the case. Patty's sticking to her story. But then someone decides to check out the records, one of the agents at the casino down the road. And they find out in the weeks following the fire, Patty has lost $400,000 gambling at that casino. She's not a very good gambler, Matt Cox. And what they're not seeing is Patty withdrawing any money from any accounts that they know about where she's taking out 400 grand. And so they bring charges against Patty. She pleads guilty. Matt Cox, how much time are you giving Patty?
Wait, she did start a fire. 4 years?
30 months, a little less than 3 years.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, but how dumb was that though?
Wait, hold on, you guys.
Uh-huh.
How do I make us bigger? Sky.
Uh-huh.
You're telling me that this woman, Patty,
Uh-huh.
stole $400,000.
Yes.
Blew all of it at the casino.
Yes.
Committed arson.
Yes.
And fraud.
Well,
because she lied to the cops and told them that it burned up in the arson that she
that's
created.
a part of a lie. That ain't necessarily fraud, but go on. Because fraud requires some kind of documentation.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
But she actually spent the fucking money. Like, they didn't get any of that money back.
No.
And she only had to serve 3.5 years?
Okay, well, firstly, you gotta understand something. It's a white collar crime. Okay, well, is it a white collar crime though? Not really.
So my question.
That's not a white collar crime.
I need to know. If she didn't spend all of that money, if she didn't blow through all of it and she bought a house or something with it, would she have gotten a longer sentence?
No.
Because she was able to actually enjoy the fruits of her stealing? Is it because that she blew all of it and wasn't able to enjoy any of the money that they only gave her 3 years?
That shit don't matter though.
Because I feel like if she would have bought a mansion and a BMW or something and quit her job and was running around and doing whatever, they probably would have given her more time.
But firstly, hold on, let's understand. 400 grand ain't that much money in the grand scheme.
You can still buy a house.
Well, you ain't buying one in fucking LA.
Where's she from? Ohio? Probably Ohio.
Maybe, but I'm still saying do it. House prices high every fucking where. Okay? So that money is not gonna go that fucking far. You see what I'm saying? And if you can do some shit like this, okay, I worked at a bank before. I told you all this. If you're gonna rob a bank, let me be very clear. Don't do this inside job shit, okay? Because that's impossible to fucking do. And then there's a fire from the fire alarm. Do it, come on, man. You know, you never watch CSI? They gonna know that shit was staged. You see what I'm saying? If you can rob a bank, the most ideal thing to do would be to get a couple dudes who somehow unlinked to you to come in with guns at the right time, okay? While you open in the vault maybe and get this shit out, right? Now, the police is still gonna suspect you, but they probably can't fucking prove it if you could just sit tight for long enough. You know what I mean?
Not spend no money.
Not spend any money. Don't do any fucking shit. Just keep your life the same. And you can't make contact with these dudes because they're gonna be listening and they're gonna be fucking watching it. And we're in the age of AI now, so they can do that in very, very inconspicuous ways. You know? But anything regarding paperwork or any of that shit, like, dude, you get a fucking jail. Like the minute she did this, she was in jail.
I feel like the days of bank robbing is fucking done, you guys. Like, there's way too much AI and technology, and your phone listening to you, and the camera streaks. It's too much.
What?
Somebody's Ring doorbell is gonna get you at the wrong fucking place at the wrong time.
So Kyle, let me tell you. Okay, I told you all this story before. Let me tell you all how I ended up working in the bank. After I left the defense force, right? I did like 3 years in the Bahamian military. And my boy was working in a bank, okay? And he was like, dude, you gotta get into this, this nice and simple. And even more money
than... It was like a scamming situation?
No. It was even more money than the military, right?
What?
And so...
You being a bank teller?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was more money I was making in the military. I mean, it's the Bahamas, the salaries ain't like here.
Do bank tellers make good money?
No, not really.
Okay.
Because you're at the bottom of the line. The bank tellers, you're at the lowest of the low in the bank. The only person making less than you is maybe the fucking janitor.
But don't they have to get drug tested and all types of shit to do it?
We didn't have any of that shit.
Oh, okay.
And there's so many controls in the bank that shit don't even matter. Okay, so let me go. So my boy's working in the bank, and he encourages me. I leave the defense force. I go work in the bank, right? And the first thing I notice is a bank, everything is double and triple checked. You cannot, you probably could, but you can get caught. So there was a girl who was doing the thing where she would cash people's checks, okay? And just pick off, if your check was $165.22, she'd take the 22 cents. You see what I'm saying?
What a bomb.
No, because you're gonna start. There's a smartness to that. Because when you get a check for, let's say you get a check for $3,565.32.
You're not really checking.
You're not checking for the 32 cents, dude. You know what I mean? So she was moving this. How was she doing this? She would just give them the cash, not all the coins.
Until you find somebody who's diligent enough to check for that extra 32 cents.
Okay.
And they're like, wait, hold on.
Okay, and how is she doing this? This was going to some different account. There was something like that, right? You see, guys, that's a record. And everything in the bank is double and triple checked because a bank does not trust anyone in there. They know one of these motherfuckers are gonna rob us, even if this dude have a Bible in his hand, tell you his name is Jesus, got a robe and a freaking crown on of thorns. They know that one of these dudes is a crook. You see what I'm saying? So they double, triple checking that. So she got busted.
How much was she able to steal before she got busted? Like how many dollars?
Thousands. She's running this game for a couple of years. Okay? But then listen to what my boy did. Now, my boy, pre-banking days, I don't know how much of you all have tell, and I can't go into names because people can get in trouble, but before he started working in the bank, he was involved with some shit, right? And one of the motherfuckers that he was involved with was like, okay, my boy, one of the dudes he owed money to went to jail. And when this dude come out of jail, the dude pull up on him and be like, look, okay, I want my money. All right? Now, based on his situation in life, my boy who was the teller, the smartest thing he could have done in that point was go legal and go to the police. Okay? Turn this into a police matter. And he had the connections to do that. But for some reason, he still got this street mentality. And he decided, okay, here's what I'm going to do. You know what a dormant account is? So basically, I don't know what the time limit is here in America, but in the Bahamas, if you did not withdraw a deposit or do something for your account for 7 years, it went into dormancy, right? And with a dormant account, the bank now they begin to charge you a monthly fee. You know what I mean?
Because you're not using it?
Yeah, but the account is dead. You know what I mean? Because you have not used it for this long. So this motherfucker found a dormant account, and he took the money from this account, paid my boy, and then was using his paycheck to put the money back.
Oh, fuck.
Okay? Which is a smart plan if, unfortunately for him, that woman, after fucking 10 years of never coming in the bank, showed up to check on her fucking money.
Oh, no.
While she's there checking on her money. Okay? So this bank, this is a Canadian bank or an English bank, right? I think this is an English bank, right? Because the Bahamas, like the banks there, a lot of them connected to other countries, right?
The timing, bro.
They have an audit squad come in. Because remember, they don't trust anyone. So banks get audited all the time.
Yeah.
Every year or every 6 months, banks get fucking audited because they have to check to make sure the staff ain't stealing, right?
Yeah.
Auditors are on the premise when the fucking woman comes in. Okay?
So as soon as she came in, he was like, yeah, that's my ass. Like, it's over.
Because he had nowhere to pull it from. And then, not only that, you know, the woman can see, wait a minute.
It was on Thursday all this money.
Even if he had put the money back, the woman would still be able to see all these withdrawals and deposits and withdrawals and deposits, right? Mm-hmm. Now, if he was serving her, he could go, oh, I'm so sorry, there had been a mistake. Mm-hmm. And we had done blah, 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 blah. And she might have listened to him, but that didn't happen.
Because the auditor...
She had another teller. And this other teller's looking at this going, oh, fuck. And the auditors are in the bank.
Oh, God.
My boy left the bank that day in fucking handcuffs. Okay?
Oh, my gosh. And he literally just showed up to work that day just to... Like, it's a normal day.
Yeah, because he didn't know that was going to fucking happen.
I would have had to call in sick that day.
Yeah, but see, this is what I'm telling you. Like, if you robbing a bank... You can't do it as an inside job because there are too many checks and balances. Mm-hmm. Okay? The easiest, most effective way to rob a bank is to bust into the front door, guns drawn, grab the money, and fucking run. And even then, that's not really that good because every station have a silent alarm, right? Every station have bait cash, meaning that there's cash in there that we don't give out. They have the bills recorded. So once these are on you, they know that you stole the fucking money, right?
Oh, got you.
Some banks have it where they have like, you know, the paintballs that explode, both, right? So now you covered in red paint or green paint or some shit like that. So even that's crazy. So, I mean, if you can plan some robbery like this, you don't want it to be in it. The best thing is to do is, okay,
yeah, but you would think banks keep like fake cash on them, so for when bank robbers to come in, they can
the cash is real.
You can give them fake cash.
But the bills are recorded. Yeah. And so they know. They're not trying to stop you there. They know you can get caught on the outside. Yeah. Right? So the thing is, I'm just saying, like, it's just so fucking hard to do. And the thing with the bike, right? Okay, my drawer at any given time like had maybe like $5,000-$6,000 in it, something like that. I didn't have like a ton of cash on me, right? The rest of the cash was in the vault. Like whenever I ran out of cash out front, I had to go in the back in the vault, right? You need 2 people to go into the vault, okay? Now hold on. There's 2 different sets of vaults here. And this is the fucking Bahamas, understand? The Bahamas behind the times. So our vault had a master door, right? That shit takes like 25-30 minutes to fucking open, okay? So now we in there. Then each of us have these little cupboard holes where you need 2 people to open it. And you need, hold on, this one at the front, you need 2 people to open that as well. But it need to be like the bank manager and like the assistant branch manager or some shit to get that open. Then when we get there, we have our individuals and they take about 10 minutes to open each one of them. And it gotta be 2 of us there counting off the cash, you know what I mean? Just so much shit, dude, like, it ain't fucking worth it. Like, if you look at robbing a bank, I think if you really look at that objectively, you'd be like, it's cheaper for me to just get a job. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's a fucking nightmare.
It's quicker for me to just start OnlyFans. Might as well just... You're gonna rob a bank.
But dudes have done it successfully. It's just that it's not a lot. And if you get away with one, you're gonna be tempted to do fucking 2. So it's
and the likelihood of that.
Yeah, and the more you do, the more likely
you've all seen Set It Off.
Yeah. They can get you though, because it's just so many cameras everywhere now. And we don't utilize this technology in America, but in China, they can ID you by the way you walk. Even if you fake a limp, they'll know that that's still Shayla. How crazy is that?
A while.
And by the way, Americans help them to build that shit, so just know that too. Crazy times.
Don't go robbing banks, y'all.
Yeah. So don't fucking do it. Like if you, like seriously, if you thinking about robbing some liquor store or some shit for a couple dollars, dude, like it ain't fucking worth it. Cause if you rob a liquor store, like how much money you can get?
You might as well be one of those dudes that's calling people up talking about, hey, you are cursed, and if you send me $500, I'll pray for you and get the curse taken off.
But I see dudes robbing liquor stores, right? They don't have that much cash.
Or pulling the Brad Pitt scheme.
Which one? Oh, you mean the AI thing? Yeah, some shit like that.
You're better off doing some electronic shit than like physical.
She's talking about the one where the guys pretended to be Brad Pitt, but guess what? You need a knowledge of computers and AI and shit to kind of pull this off.
Pull that off, yeah.
And a lot of dudes who doing some of this AI crime, why? Because they so good they could get a real job as well. You know what I mean? You
could do like Wolf of Wall Street, buy a burner phone, and then call people in the phone book and try to sell them fake products all day.
That don't work no more. There's no phone book anymore.
Literally.
So Brittany's asking question. The lady who stole the 400K, if she won big at the casino and paid the 400K back, can she keep the winnings she made? No. She can't. Let me tell you something. Okay, y'all remember Bernie Madoff? You know what I'm talking about? Okay, this is the biggest scam in history, I think, still today. Bernie Madoff. Okay. He's on record as being the biggest scam ever. This dude was...
Did he go to jail?
Yeah. He got 150 years or some shit. He died in 2021.
He was in jail when he died?
Yeah. So his thing was... Guys, in the comments, feel free to jump in on this. Okay. He was one of the biggest traders on Wall Street, right? Huge.
Is this what the Wolf of Wall Street is based on?
Wolf of Wall Street is small time to him. This dude's the biggest ever, I think. Something like 65 billion.
Wasn't the Wolf of Wall Street based on a true story, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the Wolf of Wall Street had nothing compared to this dude.
Okay. I just wanted to see if it was based on a true story.
Like the Wolf of Wall Street is a poor dude compared to this dude. This dude had an arrangement of flowers delivered to his house every day, like 20 rose bouquets, you know what I mean? Like every day, fresh flowers.
It's like $1,000 a day.
No, more than that. Like, cause his shit was from the best florists. He had houses everywhere. He had helicopters everywhere, all this sort of shit. He was the world's top, he was like one of the top investors out there. There was one or two dudes pointing out that, hey, like, look here, something was up. And his sons worked for him and they didn't even know because he wasn't investing. What he would do is take your money, and because so much people coming in, he was running a Ponzi scheme. I take the money from you and I pay Bozak, Big C, Brittany, you know what I mean? And so he had this going until it started to fall apart. And so Robert De Niro played him in a movie on HBO. I forgot what it's called. Y'all go check that out to learn more about the story.
What is it called?
I can't remember, but Robert De Niro played him. If you just Google Robert De Niro, Bernie Madoff, you'll see it.
Okay.
But look at that. You see this Kevin Bacon? Kevin Bacon lost all his savings to this dude.
Oh my gosh.
Like, hold on, you gotta understand. This dude cleaned out rich.
Oh, it's called The Wizard of Lies.
Yeah. Okay. This motherfucker cleaned out rich people. Like, and he's Jewish, right? And so all these like wealthy Jewish people who trusted their dude, he robbed all of fucking them, dude. You know what I mean? It was just, I can't even remember how we get to be talking about Bernie Madoff, but I'm just saying, but his thing was like just this Ponzi thing. He didn't even try to run. He said at no point in time did he think of running. Because with me,
did he know he was going to eventually get caught?
He had to know you can eventually get caught.
He got caught when he was old though, right? Like
Yeah. But my thing is, I mean, you'd expect me to have like $20 million or $1 billion hidden somewhere out in the Caribbean.
$65 billion.
Hidden somewhere out in the Caribbean or some shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wait, he stole $65 billion?
Yeah. But anyway, I know. Because Brittany was asking me about the winnings from this, right? Okay, so Brittany, about the winnings from the 400K. That's how we got on this. Thanks for reminding me. With Bernie Madoff, the way a Ponzi scheme works is this. Shayla comes to me and Shayla gives me $100, right? And I go, Shayla, okay, I'm investing your money, and now I give Shayla back 200. Shayla then goes and tell all of her friends, okay, they give me money, I give each of them 200 on their 100 back. And it spreads and it spreads and it spreads. So what happens is, the new people paying the old people. You see what I'm saying? There's no real investing going on. So with Bernie Madoff, all the dudes who got money early had to give it back. So you can understand, like, so let's say me, I'm a rich investor. I invested 20 million with him. I got 30 million back because he was dealing with huge fucking sums. Actually, 20, 30 million is a small sum to him. And I got 30 million back, right? And this like 10 years ago, and I'm like, cool, you know, it's all good now. You know, I'm living my life. I don't invest with Bernie anymore because, you know, for some reason I just went off and did other things. The FBI contacted all those dudes and they had to give the money back. Yeah, because that 10 million wasn't yours. That was never invested. That was stolen money. You see that shit?
I'd be pissed.
And you go, wait a minute though, I gave him money.
Right.
And the FBI said, yeah, you gave him money and he gave you someone else money, which is now ours. So pay us back.
That's fucked.
So he fucked everybody. Even the dudes who got out early got fucked. There was a dude, an 80-something-year-old dude who had all his money with Madoff. And he ended up being a Walmart greeter.
A Walmart greeter?
Yeah, he was at Walmart. Because all his life savings were fucking gone, you know?
That's why you don't trust nobody, especially with everything.
Yeah, Bernie Madoff was a master of the technique. If any member of his club complained or raised doubts, he would kick them out of the club and refund their money. Yeah.
That's wild.
Dude, he was fucking wild. But you'd expect this dude to run. He did not.
When did he get caught? How long was he in jail before he died?
He wasn't in jail that long before he died.
There's apparently a Madoff rule. What is the Madoff rule? You see that? I want to see, like, down.
Okay, hold on. Let me put it on the screen. What? What is the Madoff rule?
Oh, wow. The Madoff rule, also known as the tax rule for Madoff's victim, is a set of IRS guidelines that allows investors who lost money in his Ponzi scheme to deduct their losses from their taxes. So the IRS had to literally create something for people to fucking get their money.
Dude, all kinds of people were invested with him. But I know Kevin Bacon lost his ass. You know? Oh. And then both his sons are dead. One committed suicide and the other one died of some fucking disease or something.
Go up. He has grandchildren. Oh yeah, his children. So both of his kids died? Both of his boys?
Yeah. And you gotta understand, he was beyond rich. You know?
Oh,
he was,
shit. So let's see.
Actually, he was in jail for a while because he just died in 2021.
Right. So
He's been in jail since like 2009 then.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah, he'd been in jail a while.
Fuck. Oh, yeah, date apprehended December 11th, 2008.
Yeah, he'd been in jail a while, dude. But notice when he got caught. Remember what happened in 2008?
The crash?
The crash, you see? And that's when people start coming for their money.
Oh, shit.
That's when the economy goes bad, is when these Ponzi dudes get caught. Because that's when people be like, oh shit, the economy collapsed and I need my fucking money. So if there's a crash, there's always Ponzi dudes getting caught.
So he was in jail for a lot.
Out of the 65 billion taken, Bernie agreed to 170 million real estate investments and other assets. His wife had to forfeit only 80 million, but got to keep 2.5 as part of her agreement. She had to give up all her diamonds and shit too, though. You know? But dude, I mean, if I was doing some shit like this, actually, I would never do some shit like this because you know you can get caught.
Yeah.
And the kind of people he stole money from
would probably kill him.
No, it's not that. Like, there's people you could rob and there's people you can't rob.
He burned a lot of bridges.
Like, I'll give you an idea. I could rob you and your mom, okay? Mm-hmm. Because y'all are regular people, y'all out there working, you know what I mean? But you can't rob them motherfuckers in Beverly Hills because they connected. You can't rob the dudes out in Malibu because they connected. You
didn't see that picture of my mom holding the guns?
That ain't gonna be, yeah, but this ain't that kind of gun. And you know the even crazy thing with the guns is? Think about this. If you and your mom walking down the street and I put my gun out on y'all and I like, give me your shit, right? I take your phone, I take your wallets. How much money do you think I get?
Not a damn thing.
Okay, but you are traumatized, right? That is true. However, when the dude comes in with financial fraud, he cleaning out everything. And you know what else? He can do less time than me with the gun.
Insane.
Like, you can be scared maybe walking down the street, but you'd still have your money in your life.
Right.
This motherfucker making sure you ain't got shit. And he's gonna do less time.
That's wild. Wild.
Wild.